quick, but I was last asking, what are you doing right now to increase your streams of income so that way you can have more capital or dry powder to, attack this opportunity? Pull up, make sure you run those likes back up. If you're catching this stream later on, make sure you run the likes up, turn on notifications, subscribe, and do not forget we got a class. That's dope. I never seen the electric Audi. But we got a class later on today going back into economic indicators, teaching y'all the things that y'all need to know to be better informed investors. If you're serious about this, you need to have notifications on so you do not miss this class. Now drop in the comment section. Let me know, what are you doing to increase your income during this time? If you're working a regular job, just a normal 40 hours a week, and you're not at your goals yet, to do something to bring in more income. You can't just stay comfortable with the normal income that you're having right now and be able to play this as best as possible. Right now is the time to get aggressive. It's not saying throw all your money in recklessly, but it's the time to strategize and start really preparing and setting yourself up for this next play that's to come. A lot of people got rich during this last bull market, but it's the people that were prepared and, set themselves up during the market. So right now is the opportunity to do this again. With interest rates rising, everything becoming more and more expensive, it's going to be harder to get to a point where you can start to buy assets. That's the whole goal. The rich, they don't work for money. The rich work, don't get me wrong, you got to start some capital, but essentially the rich are working to create assets or buy. Shout out to the Volt Army. Shout out to everybody pulling up. Can't read all the names right now, but I'm going to definitely go back through and check everything so I know that you're rocking with me. Hit that thumbs up like button also. But yeah, you need to, increase the hours you're working right now, or find a side hustle, or start to, read, learn more so that way you can develop skills that are, use those skills to increase your income right now so that way you build up your capital that you have on the side and you have more opportunity to take advantage of this opportunity that we have right now in the market. We will not see an opportunity like this for another few years. It might seem bad, but this is the reset that a lot of people need in order, to really have that, opportunity to make as much money as possible from buying in at these lower prices. You should be dollar cost averaging. You should not be putting in anything more than you're willing to lose. Do not put yourself in a tight situation. Don't over leverage. Don't overextend yourself. Don't go borrowing money to try to, invest. Go work to create more money and then use the money to buy assets. Crypto is an asset. Stocks are an asset. Real estate is an asset. Other cash flowing businesses are assets. Watches can be assets. Precious metals, gold, silver, assets. These things will all increase in value throughout time. Salute. Hey, the minimum you should be working, if you're not where you want to be at in life. This is for those that are not where they want to be. You haven't hit that level where you're comfortable and you're feeling like you're getting ahead. You should be at least working 60 hours a week minimum. A lot of people go to work, they work their 40 hours, they do their 8 hours a day, and they get home, they're tired, they basically, just call it one for the rest of the day. They like, I did my work, I'm good, I'm done. But that's not the way you should look at it. You should get off of work and want to work for yourself as well. Don't just build someone else's future. Don't just build someone else's company and dream up. Get off of work and start working on yourself as well. Even if it's only picking up a book so that way you can, pick up some knowledge, then that's all you got to do, for the time being. Y'all really should soak this information up. This is some valuable information. Some lives will be changed within the next 60 to 90 days from what we're doing right here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, got those notifications on. Let's see. We just pulled up to Jack in the Box, man. I'm trying to get something quick. Do y'all have a? Let me know if y'all got a Jack in the Box wherever y'all at. I don't believe it's an international company, but for places in the United States, like I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We don't have a Jack in the Box, I believe, in Wisconsin or in Milwaukee at least. But I had chicken yesterday. Guess we get the number 5. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Salute to everybody for pulling up. I'm about to grab that number 5. I think that crispy chicken don't sound bad though. I ain't gonna lie. Now that you said it. Hold on 1 second, please. Hello.
So, are you ready to order?
Yes, I am. Let me get a number 5.
Number 5?
Yes, with
Would you like to make it a combo?
Yes, please.
What size?
Whatever size it comes with.
Alright, regular size or chili?
I'm sorry.
Regular size or chili?
Regular.
Yeah, for your drink?
Coke.
Anything else?
No, that'll be all. Thank you.
$8.77.
Let's see. Never comfortable. I'm in 70 hours a week. Shout out to Floyd. He said he putting in 70 hours a week. He ain't playing. 70 hours a week. Let me know. Drop in the comment section. What are y'all doing? Hey. The class will be within the next like hour or so. It'll be within the next hour or so. I just gotta run a couple errands. I think I'm gonna thank you. I think I'm gonna get some water. And then go back home and get the class started. The first 2 classes were extremely successful. Excellent turnout. We had over 800 students pull up to both classes. So salute to y'all for taking this information serious. You know, y'all will be a part of the ones who definitely make that 6 or 7 figures, you know, during this next phase. Gotta just stay down for the come up, man. It won't be easy. Every day won't be sunshine. Some days you'll get tired, you know, you'll be exhausted. You know, some days you'll be tired of seeing the same old thing. You'll be tired of the price trading sideways, but that's all a part of it. And then eventually, before, you know, when everyone least expects it, we'll get that breakout that take prices to where, you know, the prices that you're seeing now, or if we drop lower, you'll be wishing you bought more at those prices. And the only way to do this, well, you know, there's multiple ways to do this, but one of the smartest ways to do this is by generating extra income. Don't just wait, you know, and take only the money that you're making, you know, from every paycheck that you get right now and try to use this money to invest. Try to create another stream of income. So that way the money that you invest has less effect on you if the price dips, and you're okay to buy even more because it's coming from a separate stream of income. Nah.
Here you go.
Thank you. How many of y'all got an extra side hustle? Let me know how many of y'all have a side hustle, or if you do not have a side hustle, what skills are you working to develop so that way you can, start a side hustle or, a business. Drop it in the comment section. This is important information. Okay. I just seen one that said I flip cars and bikes. That's what's up. That's definitely a good side hustle. You can generate some nice income off of that. Let me pull over real quick because I got to read some of these. I got, this is serious. I got to know who's preparing themselves, They say a lot of things are luck, but it's really opportunity meeting preparation. Those who are prepared and ready for the opportunity are considered the lucky ones. But they did what they needed to get in position. So let's see. Okay, Bobby Trizzle said I do Uber on the side to invest. Food Lover said your voice is cutting in and out. I'm not sure why. Kyle said everybody's little helper is the name of my game on top of working a full-time job. Salute. Starting my own company. Exactly. That's the smart way to do it. That way you have, money that you're not depending on for bills and everything to try to invest. Because think about it. The markets are excellent at basically shaking everybody out of their money. The ones who come in just jumping around, not knowing what to do. The markets will shake you clean out your boots. Because a lot of people put in money, at a certain time, hoping and expecting for a nice, gain in a short period of time. But look at all those people that try to invest and then they need to take the money out by the time the first of the month is rolling around because they got to pay, mortgages, rent, utilities, daycare, those that have to constantly sell their investments, quicker than they expected to sell them because, they're hoping to get lucky. You don't want to do that. You want to invest small but consistently. Something that, will not throw you off. And, something that's, nice enough where over time it can, compound. That compound interest is where it's at. You keep adding money to it. It keeps growing. It keeps growing. Eventually you take that money and now you have even more money and you can invest into a bigger asset, whether it be, better paying stocks with, better yielding dividends, or, you can invest into, buying, higher level. Salute to Bullish Crypto Sauce, member for 9 months. Salute, man. That's a real one right there. He's been a channel member for 9 months. If you're rocking with me, become a channel member. The link is somewhere in the bottom. You'll get access to exclusive members only live streams. Some of the content that gets taken down from the channel, well, not taken down, but it gets moved over to the members only section. You'll have access to that, like some of these classes. If you're not in attendance for these classes, you might get a day or two, to be able to catch up on the class. But if you miss out, that information will end up in the members only section. So shout out to the members. But yeah, I really want to see y'all succeed, man. What's your question, bro? Juan, what's the question? Let me see. Let me turn off this blue. It won't cut in and out. It shouldn't cut in and out anymore. It should be it should just be connected straight through the speaker. Juan, what's your question, bro? Lee Figueroa said, I work full-time as a district sales leader for Frito-Lay, but need more green. If I can get to a point the market gets me debt-free, I can work and use my money made from my job to keep the cash flowing. So this is what I want to know. What are you doing outside of, your district sales leader position in order to bring in more cash? Are you looking at side hustles, Lee? Do you have any skills that you could be using right now that help you on the side? Because you don't want to wait for the market. You want to be actively aggressive right now. LACZ said BTC goes to 10K. Man, I would love it. I would love it. Me and my people that rock with me, we are waiting for the opportunity. You know, I called around, if worst case scenario so far, what the chart is showing me without having to, you know, stretch it, with looking at previous, you know, support and resistance zones, right now it's looking around like we could potentially see a $13,000 to $11,000 Bitcoin. And, you know, of course, if it drops to that 11 level, it could definitely wick down to $10,000. And we will be all over that. I'm telling y'all, that would be an amazing deal because we got people that bought Bitcoin at $60,000. Kyle said, I was a member for a bit, ran short on cash, but I'm going to re-up the subscription tomorrow when I cash my check. Okay, salute to Kyle, man. Appreciate you for, you know, being a channel member already rocking with me, but then coming back and linking up. What about Crow? I'm bullish on Crow for the long term, especially while we have the opportunity to take advantage of these prices. You got to think about it. Crow has a whole, you know, arena named after, it. It's one of the most used platforms. It's not going anywhere. This is a strategy. Look up some of the plays that were booming last year. Some of the top 20, top 15, you know, even some of the top, you know, maybe 50 coins if you really do your due diligence. Look at some of the ones that were booming last year and that are extremely oversold right now, and take advantage of the discounts. Don't be reckless. Don't just jump in, you know, being reckless, throwing in, you know, life savings. I hate when I hear people say they put their life savings in. Like that really irritates me, because you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for one wrong thing to go bad, and now you just jeopardize yourself, your family, you know, your livelihood and all that. You should not be doing it like that. You should be investing the wise way, which is the way I'm telling y'all. It might sound crazy that I'm saying start a business, develop a skill. It might sound like, you know, I want to make investing my skill, which you will be able to do. But you have to have the capital to be able to play the game. If you don't have the funds to pay to play, you won't be able to experience and get the necessary experience or goals around the board that will be necessary in order to really truly get better. So generate a side hustle or educate yourself during this time, and use some of that money to be able to invest. Not saying you can't use your regular money too, but you know, it's a lot less stress on you if things, you know, start to go the opposite way. So I'm definitely tapped into Vote Inu. I'm gonna be doing a Vote Inu video today. Also, our second episode of Crypto Streets will be released in like the next day or two. Super dope episode. If you haven't seen the first episode of Crypto Streets, make sure you go check that one out too. Remember all those metaverse coins? Sandbox, Mana, for Decentraland. Those are some coins you should really be paying attention to. You know, don't buy. Think of a certain amount that you want to have. Do your due diligence on the project first and determine how much of my meme portfolio or my crypto portfolio do I want to have of this token. You know, I really recommend for those that are just getting started. You know, a lot of people ask me where to start off. A good start off number should, you know, especially if you're brand new, really shouldn't be more than $100 until you start to learn what you're doing a little bit more. When you start to learn what you're doing, then you can start to build up your position sizes. But you know, if you're brand new, just put $100, and not even saying put $100 all at once. You know, you could put $20 5 separate times to build up where you're at $100. Get a feel for how the markets work. Get a feel for how the increase when the prices go up. Get a feel for what it's like when the prices go down, so that way you can get it in your stomach. You can learn to stomach when those prices are pulling back, and you don't become what's called a panic seller. So look at this burger, y'all. This is the number 5 from Jack in the Box, ultimate cheeseburger. I'm on my lunch break, y'all, so y'all gotta bear with me for right now before we get back into this class. Imagine where the metaverse will be by the year 2030. Metaverse, Web3 technology, that's it right now. We got a ton of companies filing for patents and trademarks inside of the metaverse. We got companies working with, which company was that? It was like Facebook. Facebook building a fashion place, marketplace, or a fashion marketplace in partnership with Balenciaga, Prada, Tom Brown. Like, these are things that you know, we have to pay attention to. We have to pay attention to the changes in the market, the changes in technology, the advancements that are happening. We got every single name a company right now that's, you know, in leading in their industry, and they haven't yet made some play towards, you know, the metaverse or NFTs or Web3. Everybody's moving right now. Major Payne said, how long do you think it would take for institutions to make the switch to blockchain? What do you mean by that? You mean like large banking institutions? I think right now we're in the phase, like, remember when all the before McDonald's and Walmart and all these other companies had social media pages? I'm not sure if y'all were tapped into that time, but I was in school for marketing around that time, and it was like a big push of these big companies that didn't believe that they needed to have a social media presence. But now we're at a time period where every single company knows that they need to have a social media page. This is the same thing that's going to happen with metaverse, you know, Web3 technology. There's going to be that push, you know, those who think their businesses are doing well without it and don't really need it. But eventually we're going to see every single company have some play inside of the metaverse or using Web3 technology. So it's best to prepare, educate yourself on it right now, so that way you can be one of the leaders, authority, you know, experts in this technology, in this lane, whether it's from an investor standpoint, a builder, developer, you know, whether you create, you know, your own business, whatever it is. You just want to level up. Right now is the time. They're going to make it harder and harder to access some of these assets, y'all. You want to start getting as many assets as you can now while the price is dropping. This is how the rich get richer. The rich are buying up assets when the prices crash, when the prices fall, when the average everyday Joe Blow has to sell whatever he bought. You know, let's say he bought a, let's say $500,000 house. The average home price in America right now is $500,000. Let's say, you know, he, when everything was going good, the economy was pumping, let's say he bought a $500,000 house, but couldn't afford it and couldn't keep up with the mortgage right now. Now he might end up having to sell that house, you know, as a distressed seller for a discounted price. Now let's say he has to sell his house for $250,000 now. Here comes Mr. Rich Man. Mr. Rich Man steps in and buys now this $500,000 asset for 50% what its value is, for $250,000 now. And now what Mr. Rich Man does is hold it until the markets return back to high prices or even higher. And now he just made $250,000 just from buying it on a discount. That's the same thing that's happening with Bitcoin, same thing that's happening with Ethereum. You know, these people are, this is the wealth transfer. This is how wealth is transferred. This is how a lot of money just transferred hands. A lot of money was pumped into the market, injected into the economy. People were spending money on all types of things. Like, remember, we learned in our economic indicator class what are called durable goods, cars, furniture, brand new appliances, washers, dryers, things that normally you would wait on, things that normally you would wait until they're actually broke to fix. People are just buying it, just upgrading, you know, getting the new latest phones, even though their old phones still work. You know, when that happens, we start to see inflation kick in. You know, the prices of everything start to go up. We seen the used car market go up. You seen used car prices higher than they basically, you know, ever been for a while. And when that happens, we reach a certain point after the peak, after we hit a peak, where after the bull market, you know, is coming to an end, where prices start to drop and some people get caught holding the bag because they didn't take profits or they didn't sell those assets for a higher price, and now they won't be able to stomach seeing the assets drop lower, and now they become what's called a panic seller. Rich people wait all day for panic sellers. They wait for people who bought things at a higher price and can't afford to keep it or can't stomach the price once you know, the prices drop, and here they come happily buying it from you. It could be you got to think about it. It took credit cards from, we're around, I believe, it's not exact, but we're around 50 years or so from the time credit cards and everything came into play. Now, think about crypto. It has a much bigger utility. You know, like thinking about credit cards and debit cards and things like that. Crypto is just a new version of that, and it's here to stay. So it may take a while to roll out where all the, you know, big institutions are all, you know, gung-ho about it or whatever, but it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It has to happen. Humans do not like to backtrack from new technological advancements. Ever since we learned how to, you know, cook over a stove, you haven't seen us go back, you know, of course, unless it's preference, but, you know, you haven't seen the overall population go back to wood fires and cooking. You know, ever since we created, you know, we had washer machines and drying machines, you didn't see civilization go back to, you know, washing in buckets and things. So once we experience something that helps us move forward as a whole, as a population, it's here to stay. So these people have no choice but to eventually adopt and adapt. Now what they'll do is stall everybody out. They'll stall the average person out to make it look like it's not going to happen, you know, that it's a bad thing. But really what's happening, you know, one hand is doing, you know, they doing this with one hand while the other hand is doing something else. Telling you one thing with one hand, but the other hand is setting up their position in the market. They're telling you Bitcoin is a horrible investment. You shouldn't get in. You shouldn't buy Shiba Inu. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. But at the same time, they're secretly loading up on it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they play, y'all. That's how they get down. They're not going to ever just give you 100% access to, you know, try to get rich. They're going to try to make it shaky. They're going to try to hit you with a few oopty-wops is what I like to call it. Sub-Zero says before 2030, banks and hospitals will use the blockchain and keep information safe. I can see that. Bullish Crypto Sauce, as soon as we get regulation clarity. Hey, also, do not forget to pull up to the class after this. Our first two classes, the first class had over 900, almost 950 students pull up to that class. Second class, which is still, people catching it afterwards, over 850 people pulled up to that class. So that's almost 1,800 people, almost 2,000 people have attended these first two classes. So if you are not one of those people and you've been missing out on these classes, you might want to tap in. People are getting serious. A lot of people wasted a whole year or two in the markets without really learning. No more this year. We're not playing that this year. Metaverse maybe is still far away. You need to think in what has the most immediate use case potential. Speaking from a marketing background, Metaverse has the biggest potential to generate new income from old business models. So old business models that are already existing, been running for the last 50 years, it'll be easy to, adapt some of these things into the Metaverse. And this is where a lot of business will, pick up and switch over to Metaverse or Web3 technologies, because it's a lot of money being left on the table, especially once they start to see some of the successes from, Nike, Adidas, some of these people that, first pioneered or pushed into this space. Trust me, it might sound far-fetched right now, but the one thing about businesses, they like money. One thing about companies, they like to, produce ROI. If you can make more money with the same workforce without having to, do much more, trust me, they're going to be on it. Metaverse is allowing people to create digital storefronts, sell more products. We got places like Pizza Hut and Domino's building actual stores inside of the Metaverse. Now you can go into a Domino's location or Pizza Hut location in the Metaverse, order a pizza, and it actually show up at your home in the real world, Now that was something that they were able to do without, having to do too much more. They hire artists to build the, digital store. That's a whole new stream of income now for the entire company. Once more and more businesses start catching on to that, trust me, everybody's going to be on it. Hey, run those likes up. We've been streaming for over half an hour and only 38 likes. Yes, the class is free. It's free while it's streaming live. It's free while the video is up, but eventually it will be moved to the members only section, and then eventually it will become course material. So if you want course level information, you want to be able to get this, soak this game up for free, pull up, turn on notifications. Do not miss it. We had almost 2,000 students in the first two classes. People are serious. Make sure you're one of them. The class is free right now for those that are serious and pull up. But you gotta have your notifications on, or else you'll miss when we go live. I expect to be doing a class within like the next hour. I'm just finishing up eating. I gotta grab some water, and then I'll be ready to go. Salute. So I said the class is free for now. The class is free as long as you pull up on time and turn on your notifications. Eventually, that same material that you get the opportunity to tune into for free will eventually be a course. Y'all know how my courses do. I take a lot of effort and energy into them, you know, so I charge accordingly. So this is valuable information. If you want to get it for free without having to pay for it, you got to just pull up and be in class. That's all. Damn. Somebody flying around the parking lot. They going crazy. I'm gonna move. Oh yeah, they tripping. They driving they shit like go-karts. Jonathan, how did you get those books? Let me know, because a lot of other people wanted to get the books as well. So if you could drop that information of where you got them from, that would definitely be helpful. So that way, you know, instead of everybody having to spend money on it, they can get those books for free. seen where you actually left them. Oh, thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Just somebody saying dope whip. Everybody for pulling up. Again, remember 2,000 students total pull up for classes. If you're not one of those individuals, you are not serious about becoming a better informed investor. That's why I named it the class of better informed investors. Because we'll be talking about a lot of things in there. Eventually, we'll be talking about real estate as well. Because you're doing this to be able to buy assets, eventually become debt free and have enough assets cash flowing, to sustain your life. I gotta get some gas real quick. What's up, boss? Let me get I'm good, you? Oh, that's good. Let me get 50 on pump 11 and a lighter.
And a lighter?
Yeah.
Small one or big one?
It don't matter.
I'm going to give you a big one, you never know. 237.
No, that's cool.
All right.
Thank you. Good thing about this car is it's electric and it's also gas, so I could drive it in electric mode or fuel it up with gas. Oh Oh, you know what it is? YouTube probably is not allowing you to post the links. That's probably what it is. I'll get a full look at it, man. I'm about to get it wrapped with Sheeb and Volt Inu. So I'm gonna get Shiba Inu on one half and then Volt Inu on the other half. Gas is $5.57 a gallon here. Them all dancing. Sheesh. Oh, appreciate it, boy. Thanks, man. So this is just a regular, day in the life, man. Police over here busting somebody down. Damn, they put him in cuffs already. He ain't even did shit. Well, that I know of. Cop just pulled up, put him right in cuffs. Oh, he ain't in cuffs. He just made him put his hands behind his back. Okay. He was just patting him down for weapons, I guess. Yeah, I need to go grab some water. I'm debating if I want to go to Target or Walmart. Target really don't be having everything. They be running out of a lot of stuff. Walmart do too, but I hate dealing with the crowd in Walmart. Yeah, we got the Volt Inu video coming. And you know what? I think I'm going to also do a Volt Inu giveaway. So definitely you pull up and check out the Volt Inu video that I'll be dropping later on today. So that way you can get, the updated information about everything. Thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, appreciate it, boss. Oh, that's all good, boss. Oh, it's all good, bro. I'm in paper right now. Just reach out to me. We can possibly do something else at December DeMarco. We can possibly get something else in that'll be better than that. At December DeMarco, that's my information for social media. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my bad, y'all. That's the air conditioner shit. It's hot. Y'all see, I'm over here sweating, trying to have the AC off so y'all can hear me. But yeah, right now is the time to be, increasing those skills, finding a side hustle. should be working 60 hours minimum per week. I'm good already, and I still work every day. You know, it's the same as if I wasn't good, you know? The harder you go, it will pay off. It just gives you opportunities, you know, to take advantage of times like now. Yeah, yo, it's hot as hell. I'm sorry. I need a little AC. It's 93 degrees right here in Vegas. And I'm extra black too, so I can't be in like that. You gotta have some air.